Hello viewers, today for the opening of the bag we have a Dell laptop. This is a laptop I've been looking for many years. It is a very important laptop in my history of using computers and my laptop collection. Back when I was in high school, I took a computer repair class, and part of that class allowed you to work in the IT department and solve issues that arose in the building. And I did that for a while, and I was given a laptop to use as I was working there. It's the laptop that's here in the bag. And the instructor of that class was phenomenal. And that instructor is... What is that beeping? Well, anyways, that instructor is largely the reason why I chose to go into computers by trade and why I have the job that I have today. And so when I graduated high school, I stopped working in that program. I had to turn in the laptop, and I never saw one again. I had been looking for one over the last couple of years, but then more recently, as I started to kind of avidly collect computers, I felt that it was important to try to find one a little bit more aggressively. And I had been looking around, and there's plenty of them that would show up, but they were very expensive because these machines are starting to get old enough where the value curve is shifting from declining just because it's obsolete and then increasing again now because it's rare and becoming collectible. There's a lot of people, I believe, that are into like the classic video games that are now searching after machines like this that are on the higher performance scale because they're getting harder to find. The particular laptop in question is the Dell Inspiron 9100. I believe I've mentioned this computer a number of times before. This is a very, well, at the time anyways, it would have been a very high performance laptop. This was considered a desktop replacement that has a full-fledged Pentium 4 in it, not the mobile version, the desktop version. And it had a pretty decent graphics chip too. I forget exactly what it was. This is a thick computer. It is heavy. It's got a lot of ports on there. Really great machine. It did ship with the Windows XP Home Edition. I'm kind of surprised it didn't ship with the Professional Edition. I'll put this little sticker over here so we don't have the code get stolen. Here's the informations. The model number is PP09L. Takes in 7.7 amps. Looks like it's missing one of the feet, but otherwise it seems to be in pretty decent condition. This is the battery. This one is a lithium ions battery, 4,400 milliamps at 14.8 volts. Made in Taiwan. I don't know if this is any good or not. It doesn't currently have any charge. It has at least two very large fans, perhaps a third one over there somewhere. Very, very neat machine. And it's heavy. It's one of the heaviest laptops I've ever handled. I think the only other one that may come close would be the 17-inch MacBook Pro, the metal one. And this is very thick too. I would say it's almost, what is it, about 2.5 inches tall. It's a huge machine. And this was getting a little bit old at the time. By the time I was using it, you know, it was probably 4 or 5 years old by then. But it was still, you know, it was running Windows XP, which at the time was still under support and totally mainstream for business enterprise environments. I believe at the time it was still the most used operating system in the world. That's what I ran on this thing. I always thought about running Windows 7 on it, but I never did try, and then I never got the opportunity. Windows 7 had come out. I'm trying to think of when it came out now. It was out at the time, but it wasn't like everywhere yet. This is what it looked like inside. This one's kind of worn out. So was the other one that I had. And I vaguely remember the other one having a crack similar to this on the bezel. That must have been a weak point. But yeah, it looks like it's in pretty decent condition. And the screen is dirty, but I don't think it's really damaged at all. Keyboard looks fine. These buttons don't have a sound to them. They're more of the like the rubber dome click, and these are regular like clicking buttons. This one came with a number of accessories. There's the power brick, which I remember being obnoxiously large. It's a 150 watts adapter. It's got some serious power to it. I have the other end somewhere. I thought I had the other end somewhere. Where did I put it? Well, if I don't have it, I know I have something that will fit it. Let's look and see what's in the bag. That is not it. That's just a regular boombox cord. Jeez, I know it came with it. I saw it in the box. Okay, well, maybe it's still in the car. I don't know. Let me grab another one. I don't understand where the other one went, but that's fine. I have, well, it's not fine, but I have so many of these things, I'm not going to spend any more time fussing over it. I have a brand new one here that I was assigned to this. It must still just be in the car or something. I'll have to look for it tomorrow. Okay, so there's that. Now let's see what else we have here. It came with some wireless cards. Oh, that's cool. The original instruction manual. That is really neat. I've never seen the manual for one of these before. It has a floppy disk, which you could replace the CD drive with. That's really neat. I didn't have that with the other one. And then it has wireless cards. The one that I had built-in wireless, and apparently this one does not, but that's fine. I find that those cards tend to work better than the onboard wireless anyways, usually. So let's go ahead and plug this thing in and see what this does. Okay, we have this is not operating quite correctly. It's extremely stiff, and it kind of sounds like it's breaking. I'm gonna have to investigate that. Yeah, something is not quite right with those hinges. Alright, well, I'll check that out in another video. We have a battery flashing warning here. I'm sure the battery probably is spoiled, but you know, that's kind of to be expected at this point. The CMOS battery is also seemingly dead. And it would appear as though the hard drive is not working. Okay, we just had a total hinge failure here. Okay, so this is going to be a project machine for sure. Hopefully the hinges didn't just break off the motherboard. what exactly is going on here. I think the hinges might have just like self-destructed for some reason. I don't know what just transpired with those hinges, but anyways, I guess the drive is dead. I don't remember if this was supposed to be operable or not. This was the first one I came across that was remotely reasonably priced. Inherently there is a reason why. But not to worry, I'll get the parts we need and we'll get this thing going again.